Hello, guys. Good evening. Hello.
Hi, Miss. Good evening.
Hello, hello, everyone. Good evening. All right. We can start our session for today. Let's check the agenda first, and then we will check the attendance, okay? So first, we're going to revise the activity that we completed yesterday. So I want to check group by group what you did. And then we will play a short quizzes to review what we studied in Unit 8, the use of will or shall. And then we're going to start with the vocabulary on Unit 8, all right? On pages 80 and 81, then a short discussion, and we continue with the second part of the vocabulary is talking about norms and customs. So this is the agenda for today. Now let's start checking the attendance for our class. Just a moment. All right, let's start. I will turn off my camera for a moment while I check the attendance. Karen Acevedo.
Present, teacher.
Okay. Santiago Fonseca. Sergio Gómez. Kiara Martínez.
Present, teacher.
Okay. Jorge Moreno.
Present, teacher.
Okay. Natalia Navarro.
Present.
Okay. Diego Olarte. Natalia.
Present, teacher.
Natalia, con respecto a la pregunta que me hiciste a través del correo sobre el punto de Moodle, ese punto tiene esos errores, ¿ok? No es que las respuestas estén incorrectas, sino que debemos reportarlo a los técnicos de Moodle porque tiene esos errores, ¿ok? Los que tú pusiste estaban bien las respuestas, y no, cuando lo hicieron el curso en el Moodle, esas respuestas quedaron incorrectas, ¿ok?
Profe, creo que yo no te envié ese correo.
Ay, perdón, es Natalia Camargo del otro grupo. Dios, yo estaba convencida de que había sido tú. Bueno, perdón.
Bueno, profe.
Es de la otra chica del otro grupo que también se llama Natalia. No sé si ya alguno lo ha realizado. Bueno, para que no sepan, ese punto de la unidad 6 del Moodle, el punto de Past Perfect versus Present Simple. Entonces, pues si a alguien le sirve, ahí para que tengan la información. Ok. Continuamos. Era Manuela.
Yes, teacher.
Okay. Joan Pavón.
Present, teacher.
Okay. Beatriz Pedraza.
Present, teacher.
Okay. Hamilton Peña.
Present.
Okay. Xiomara Rincón.
Present, teacher.
Okay. Jessica Ríos.
Present, teacher.
Okay. Catherine Rodríguez.
Present, Miss.
Marlon Sánchez. Ok, tenía. Un momento. Mendy Santa,
Present teacher.
Ujú. Manuel Sepúlveda,
Present teacher.
María Alejandra Vega,
Present teacher.
Ujú. Vanessa Zambrano.
Present teacher.
Ujú. Correct. Sergio and Santiago,
Hello, teacher. Sergio.
correct. All right. Let's check today. Let's start checking the activity that we did yesterday in the groups. I will ask you to read, and then if we have any corrections, I will make the comments, okay? Let's start with Karen and Beatriz and Jorge. You can start reading.
Yes, teacher. The first,
Mhm.
okay. Beijing is a place nocturnal with many restaurants are open all night and every night is very nice. What the files of A is a place where we all socialize together in the same community hall. And the older people go home early while the younger are still in there the next morning. Finally, Iran, the man doesn't like to be alone. Then they go driving a smart car because they want to impress some girls.
Mm-hmm. Next. Number 2. Number 2, Jorge or Beatriz.
We think that the most fun place is Beijing because the city has several different kinds of place to eat. It's impossible get bored. Tehran is the second because it,
Continue.
it's okay to spend time, but not to like the night in Beijing. The deer is Scotland is the less funny because aren't many options to go out and night only a party with their parents.
Mm-hmm. Number 3, Beatriz.
Yes. In our life, yes, the chain the change nightlife because it is changing before the parties were in the discos and bars of the city in the Quadra Play and Zona Rosa areas. Now people
Organize.
organize private parties on far and weekends.
On the weekends. Right, guys. So take a look at the corrections that we have. We always use the adjective before the noun. So, a big house, a green car. El adjetivo siempre va antes de el sustantivo, ¿no? Entonces, en este caso sería un lugar nocturno. A nocturnal place. With many restaurants. Very es para adjetivos. Very big. Muy grande. No muy restaurantes, sino muchos. ¿Ok? With many or a lot of restaurants. ¿Ok? Recordemos eso. El very es muy, no mucho. Okay, the others. And you can check the other corrections that we have in the activity. Acá, en este, por ejemplo,
Stealing, teacher. Why is stealing? Why?
Still in. Todavía en. O allí. Still in there.
Okay.
Son dos palabras separadas. Still in. And here, it's impossible to get bored. Y la última era because there aren't, porque el haber o el no haber en inglés es there is o there are. Ok, entonces ahí faltaría el there. There aren't many options. No hay muchas opciones. All right, guys, thank you. Let's continue. Who is this? Number 2. Kiara and Diego and Mario. So Kiara and Diego.
Okay, teacher. Number 1, around the world, the people have fun in different ways throughout history. In China, with restaurants at 11th century, with discos in Paris at 20th centuries, and many people in Spain or Latin America don't even go until 12 o'clock. For number 2, for us, the most fun place is Beijing because it's similar to here. Listen to music in a bar and a DJ make mixes in the bar. And the least fun for Tehran because we think there aren't found share mobile numbers in pieces of paper for flair and girls. And third, in Colombia, the nightlife is a few different depending your age because the younger people like go to the bar, drink a lot of alcohol and dance for many hours, but middle-aged people prefer go to some houses friends and talk with their friends about their jobs, some problems in their lives, drink some cocktails, play table games, and the old people prefer spend time with their family, especially with their grandsons and grandsisters.
We don't say grandsisters, it's granddaughters. Granddaughters. Nietas. Okay. All right, next, thank you guys. Well, the correction only depending on, and the rest was okay. Thank you, Diego. Then we have Santiago, Manuela, and Natalia. Okay. Santiago, Manuela, and Natalia.
Yes, teacher. Okay. For the first question, what does each account tell you about life in that place? For example, in Beijing, people usually go out at midnight and get home when the sun is coming up. And in BPT, every night is a party night. People in Iran like go to driving on Saturday night and meet with some friends. And I remember the other side, but in the other side, people enjoy socialize together. Always young and old people are together. For us, the most fun is Beijing night, because every night is party night. And for the third one,
The least fun.
okay, the least fun is Iran night, because sounds boring for us. Driving on Saturday night to have fun. And finally, the nightlife changing where you live and in what ways. Yes, here the nightlife have changed in the last years, because young people now have more options to choose now choose how to enjoy the nightlife.
All right, very good. Thank you, guys. So the corrections: like to go, driving, and this is for Scotland. Okay, the place was Scotland in the
Thank you.
Isle of Ye. All right, then we have Sebastian, Jessica, and Vanessa.
Teacher, the one and the nightlife of young people and their favorite place in the city. The second, we think that the most fun night is in Beijing, China, because it's the place that people usually go to the dancing, and the restaurants are open all night. The last fun night is in Isla of Eight, because they do the same thing on Saturday night. And finally, the tours, the nightlife is different region is likely to continue evolving, is respond to changing social, economic, and political conditions.
All right, thank you. Very good. Here we say every, porque hacen lo mismo cada sábado en la noche. Every Saturday night. To continue evolving, changing economic and public health conditions. En esta parte nos escribieron de qué maneras cambia. In what ways. Falta de la respuesta. Ok. Hamilton, Mandy, and María Alejandra.
Teacher, uh, in the world, nightlife is different. There are the examples of Beijing, in China, where young people hit the bars in the Shaojiang Park district, and had BPT. On the other hand, is Tehran in Iran, where young people like drive in car and give their phone numbers. On Saturday, in the end, there's Scotland, where people of different age to community hall and listen folk. Second, The first because he visited a place where sell food all night and he enjoys the music with friends, and a nice club called Blin where the DJ sits in a Bentley car in the middle of the dance floor. Three, we usually see more food places to go with friends like bars around the city where we can dance and sing in a karaoke, but there are less places that stay open all the night, like in Beijing with their BPT.
Okay, thank you. Let's see the corrections. All night. Not all the night, but all night. Okay, cuando usamos el all, no es necesario usar el artículo the. All night, toda la noche. Igual acá, people like driving, el verbo va con ing, driving cars and listening or listen to folk music. Aquí era visits con es el verbo, okay? All right, guys, sorry. Okay, so that was what we did yesterday to finish that part. Let's continue with our next activity for today. Is short a Kahoot game to practice will and shall, okay? The different uses of will and shall. So let's open the link, just a moment. And let me send it to you. Just a moment. All right, let's join the link for the activity. Okay, we are waiting for the students.
Yes.
Yes.
Can you show the code again, please?
Mhm.
Thank you. All right, let's start. We have 16 students. Let's begin.
Right, very good. Beatriz, Vanessa, and Maria Alejandra. Good job. All right, we have excellent results. Let's see, maybe this was a bit difficult. The answer here was will. Will she have sugar in her tea? Then what else? I think that was the only one. It was a bit more difficult. All right, guys. So with that, we finished the part about will and shall. Today, we are going to continue working on the book. And today, we are going to talk about the vocabulary part, okay? So on pages 80 and 81, we're going to start over here. I'm going to give you a minute or two to think about some examples of good manners and bad manners that we are going to study today, okay? So, good manners, buenos modales, o pues malos modales, good manners or bad manners. For example, over here, you can see pictures that are related to good or bad manners over here, okay? So I want you to think of one example for each category, and you're going to write it on the chat so we can complete this chart that I have over here for good manners or bad manners. So you write them, good and bad manners, in the chat. Give me some examples, and then we add it to our table. For example, a good manner is to say thank you when someone helps you. Decir gracias cuando alguien te ayuda. Eso es un buen modal, good manners. Then for bad manners we have talk on your mobile phone in the cinema. Hablar por teléfono en el cinema. Entonces eso es pues de mala educación, right? Bad manners. Okay, so write your examples on the chat. Let's start and then we will complete our chart, our table with your ideas. Right, I already have one. Manuel, it's a good manner. Good manners is greeting every time you arrive somewhere. Please give me your examples on the chat so I can add them to the table. All right, we have enough examples, so let's read them. Let's see. Santiago will read the good manners and Johan will read the bad manners.
Okay, teachers, good manners. Greeting every time you arrive somewhere. Yeah. Say hello when we see someone. Don't comment if you don't ask me. And shake hands with another person. Offer something to your visit. Wash the plate where you eat.
Very good. Johan, can you read the column for bad manners? Johan? or maybe Jessica. You can read the column for bad manners.
Bad manners. Eat with your mouth open. Leave the trash anywhere. Asking why you have food in your mouth. Interrupt a person when they are speaking. Play loud music in the middle of the night. No respecting the opinion of the others.
The opinion of others. Very good. So we have very good examples of what are good manners and bad manners. Okay. Now, let's take a look at the vocabulary that we have for this unit on point number 2. Okay. We are going to match the columns A with columns B to form some sentences or phrases related to the social behavior, comportamiento social, right? So the first that we have is to offer to pay, ofrecerse a pagar, to offer to pay. So I'm going to give you some minutes to try to match column A with column B, all right? Let's have some minutes, maybe 4 or 5 minutes. When you are ready, let me know so we will check together, okay? Point 2, page 80. Yes, page 80. All right, let me know when you finish, when you are done, so we can check together. All right, let's start checking. I see some of you are ready. So let's begin checking. For example, Beatriz, the first one, to share. What did you choose?
Shake hands.
To share hands? No, share is compartir. So what did you guys choose?
To
On
share
both
the
cheeks. Shake.
To share the bill?
Yes,
Maybe
the
share the
bill.
bill. All right. The second one, Diego, to shake.
Hands, teacher.
To shake hands. Yes, shake hands. Number 4, Hamilton. Hamilton,
Teacher,
to go out.
to go out on, pardon, on someone up, sorry.
No, not really. To go out on a date.
invitation.
The answer is to go out on a date. Salir a una cita. To go out on a date. Number 6. Let's see, Jorge. 6, to take someone.
To take someone
No, miss, number
each other
5.
Sorry, number 5. To kiss someone. I skipped number 5.
on both cheeks.
Yes, to kiss someone on both cheeks. Yes, now number 6, Karen.
To take someone and to your house.
No, not really. To take someone home. Llevar a alguien a la casa. A su casa. To take someone home. Number 7, we continue with Catherine.
Yes, miss. Too huge, each other, maybe.
This is hug. Abrazarse.
Mhm.
To hug each other, yes. Letter B. Kiara, number 8.
To insist on to pay.
No, to pay ya está arriba. To offer to pay. Entonces sería to insist on paying.
Oh.
Okay, to insist on paying. Manuel, number 9. To refuse.
To refuse an invitation.
Refuse an invitation. Negarse. Declinar una invitación. María Alejandra, number 10. To invite someone.
To invite someone to your house.
Yes, to invite someone to your house. And the last one, Mandy, let's read it. To pick.
To pick someone up.
Yes, to pick someone up. Recoger a alguien. To pick someone up. All right, very good. So let's see. Let's find the phrases in the quiz very quickly, and let's underline them without reading the whole quiz. Just find the phrases over here. Okay, I'm going to give you some minutes. Please open your book on page 81. You don't have to read the whole quiz, just scan it to find the phrases over here, okay? And underline them. For example, here I have one, right? To shake hands. Kiss each other, or hug each other here, okay? To kiss someone on both cheeks, I guess that, on both cheeks, okay? So let's do it 1 or 2 minutes, and then we will all check together. Please do it on your books individually. All right. Are you ready? Let's, sorry guys. Let's see in the next one. What phrases can we find in number 2? No phrases?
No, teacher.
Number 2?
No.
Okay, continue. On number 3, what did we find? No, nothing?
Teacher in question, invite someone to your house.
Invite someone here. Okay, in the question, yes. Invite someone to your house. Very good. Anything else? In number 4. No?
No, miss.
Nothing? Okay. In number 5, what do we have?
Hey, David.
They
Share
should share the bill.
Offer to pay.
Insist of paying.
Insist of paying.
And in the question, we also have to go out on a date. Okay? Salir en una cita. To go on a date. Number 6, what do we have?
Pick her up.
Pick her up. Recogerla, yes. Also,
Take
her
her
home. Take her home at the end of the evening. And no more, right? In the number 7. Invite, right? Invite someone.
Refuse the invitation.
Refuse the invitation. No more. And in the last one.
No.
Nothing else. Okay. All right. Very good. Okay, guys. So listen to what we're going to do now. Now I'm going to give you around 10 to 15 minutes, and you are going to work in couples. So I want you to read the quiz together and explain your answers to your classmates. All right. So for example, number 1. Imagine the situation. While you are out, you meet a friend in the street. What do? Shake hands, say hello, kiss each other on one or both cheeks, or hug each other. So for me, personally, I would say kiss each other on one cheek. This is normally what I would say women or girls do here in Colombia particularly. We kiss each other on the cheek, and maybe we hug each other if we meet the friends on the street. Okay, so you say your answer and then you explain your answer to your classmate. Okay, for the quiz. All right, you will have 10-15 minutes to do this. Share your answers on the quiz. Okay. Any questions before we go to the breakout rooms? Is it clear what we'd have to do now?
Yes, teacher.
Yes? All right, just read the questions, share your answers, and explain. Okay, you can go to the groups.
Shake hands.
Yes, guys.
Say
Hi,
hello.
teacher.
Hi, teacher.
¿Puede habilitarnos para compartir?
Yes, we can do it now.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, teacher.
Usually,
Say
I
hello. Kiss
say
each
hello
other.
and
Hello.
Okay. Teacher,
Yes, hello.
hello. Do we have to explain why also?
Yes. Why did you choose each answer.
Okay.
I choose the B. Only say hello because I feel comfortable only saying hello more
Okay.
and than give a kiss or a hug. I don't know.
Yes. Um, yeah. Okay, the first question, while you are out, you meet friends in the street, what do you do? A, shake hands, B, say hello, C, kiss each other on one or both cheeks, D, hug each other. For me, if it is my friend very close, I kiss each other one or more kiss.
Okay, for me, hug each other
Okay.
and say hello.
Okay. Yes.
Hello, Manuela. Which group were you in?
Qué raro, profe, aparezco 2 veces.
Sí, estás como si estuvieras en dos dispositivos. Puedes ingresar a la sala 6.
Hi, teacher.
Hello.
Hi, teacher.
We are answering the
Teacher,
questions.
Okay.
the questions. Yes, teacher.
Yes. But you can do it
Answer.
together. So you read the question together, and then each of you says your answer and why. You don't need to write it or anything. Just read the question, one of you, and you answer, explain why, and then continue with the next.
Okay, teacher. Okay. Uh, let's go, Diego.
Okay. Let me share my screen. Okay, Mandy. While you are out, you meet a friend in the street. What do you do?
I say hello or shake hands. It depends on
La D también, D.
Okay.
Hi,
Number
teacher.
Hi, Miss.
Hello, hello.
Number 2.
In the second, for example, switch if off until you leave the restaurant. In my case, it's C.
Yes, for me, number C. I love switch off or turn off the phone when I have time with my friends. Number C, letter C. Okay.
Yes, number 3.
Number
A
3.
friend invite you to her house for the evening together with 6 other guests. When should you arrive?
Mm.
For me, A, at exactly the time you were invited or just before is normally.
For me, Maybe B, because I sometimes arrive late.
Is
And
we with the friend arrive early, talk about different things.
Okay, this question is difficult. I don't know. I am not sure. Maybe for me, the answer is the letter B. 10 or 15 minutes after the time that I were invited, maybe
Invited.
invited. Thank you, teacher. Maybe.
A smoker is visiting friends who don't smoke. What should he do? He, yeah,
Maybe I agree with you because here in Colombia usually the man pay the bill. The first, how do you say al menos? Al menos.
At least.
At least the first date. Okay,
Okay.
when a man goes out with a woman, which things below should he do? Pick her up from her house, open doors for her, and help her with her coat, take her home at the end of the evening, treat her with respect.
I think that in some case he picked her up from her house and he should take her home at the end of the evening.
Okay, I'm agree with you, and I would like to add treat her with respect. I think that
Okay,
this
it's
is the most
important.
important.
Hi,
I
teacher.
Hello.
So,
And your
well, Jessica.
question?
Okay, yeah,
And
number
number 4?
4, yes. A smoker is visiting friends who doesn't smoke. What should he do?
Let me read the options. Let's go tire. Right. Okay, this house. Okay. Smoke.
For me, is the answer.
It's before has the secret. Esperar. Se vaya. Wait until he leaves before he has a cigarette. Yeah, me too. I'm agree. There D. I hate cigarettes.
Hi, teacher. We have finished.
You have finished? All right, excellent. So you can go back to the main meeting, okay?
Okay.
Hi, teacher.
Hi, teacher.
Hello, girls, almost finished?
Yes, teacher.
Yes,
Okay.
teacher. In summary, one, for Missy, you, me, and D, ¿cierto?
Yes.
Sí, B and D.
How
The
do you
second,
say, teacher? How do you say coincidir? Coincide?
Can you say the whole sentence? ¿Cómo sería la oración completa?
Como nosotras coincidimos en estas preguntas, las respuestas.
Okay. The word in English could be coincide or agree.
Side. Ah, okay. Well, agree. Okay. We coincide almost all the question in the answer.
All right, very good.
Yes.
So you agree. Okay, excellent. So if you finish, girls, you can go back to the main meeting. Okay?
Okay.
And we will continue.
Okay, teacher.
Right, we're waiting for the rest of the students to join this session. Let's give them just a couple of minutes. Okay, I think all of you are back here. Okay, so now that we read the quiz, we have our answers, we shared with a classmate. Now we are going to continue with a listening activity. We're going to listen to 5 excerpts or extracts from a conversation about these issues that are mentioned in the quiz. Okay, so based on what we hear, we're going to answer these 2 questions. All right, the first question is, how old do you think Florence and Ruth are? What is their relationship? ¿Qué edad crees que tienen Florence y Ruth? ¿Y cuál es su relación entre ellas? Okay. And also, which questions from the quiz are they discussing in each excerpt or extract? ¿Qué pregunta están discutiendo ellas en cada extracto de la conversación? A, B, C. Entonces, la pregunta 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. Okay? So we have 2 main questions. How old do you think they are? What is their relationship? And which questions from the quiz are they discussing in each case? All right? So let's pay attention to the listening and answer the questions.
Unit 8, Recording 5.
Can you hear? Can you listen well?
Yes, teacher.
Yes, teacher. It's good.
A.
Now, I must say, I hate people being late. I always try to arrive exactly on time myself. I think it's very rude to be late. Don't you, Florence?
My friends are quite often late. Personally, I think you should arrive within an hour of the time that you were invited. But some of my friends are much later than that. But I think the most important thing is to stay in touch and let the person know if you're going to be late. Just send a text or whatever. Then it's not such a problem, hopefully.
Well, I must say it's a problem for me.
I'll bear that in mind when I'm meeting you next time, Gran. I'll make sure I'm not late. I don't want to get into trouble.
B.
When we meet, we generally hug each other. I mean, it depends. If it's one of my close female friends, then we kiss each other. But if it's someone you don't know so well... But someone who's still you know, a friend, you hug each other.
Boys too?
Sure, why not?
When I was young, people would just say hello or shake hands if they hadn't seen each other for a long time. But now there's a lot more kissing, it seems to me. Most people kiss each other on the cheek. Once, usually. Though some people kiss on both cheeks. It's all a bit confusing, really. Of course, men of my age never kiss each other. If anything, they shake hands. They would definitely never hug or kiss each other. I can't imagine your grandpa kissing his friends.
C.
I think on the first date, the guy pays, generally speaking. But I think the woman should definitely offer to pay. After that, it kind of depends who's got the most money, don't you think? I mean, if you're both poor students, you probably share the bill. But if one person's got a job and the other one hasn't, then I think the person with money should pay. Or at least they should pay more often.
In my day, the man always paid. People expected it. A man would be embarrassed if he didn't pay in a restaurant. But then, of course, it's a very long time since I've been on a date. So what do I know?
D.
Now, this is something I must say I feel very strongly about. To me, it's the height of rudeness to have a conversation on your mobile phone while you're out with other people. It's just bad manners. You should give all your attention to the people you are with. I think you should definitely switch your mobile phone off. But of course, I'm probably old-fashioned.
Personally, if I'm with other people in a restaurant or something, I always switch my phone to vibrate. Otherwise, you have phones ringing all night, and it's really annoying. But yeah, I answer my calls and answer my text messages, well, you know, discreetly.
Do you? Oh.
I mean, I do agree with you in a way. I've got one or two friends who just text all evening long, and we all tease them about how boring they are. But I don't think anyone's seriously offended, really. It's just the way it is these days, Gran.
E.
Well, of course, I was always taught that you should send a handwritten note, and you should send it the very next day. But I suppose that's all very old-fashioned now.
Not many people of my age send handwritten notes, I must say. But I would always post something on someone's Facebook wall. You know, thanks a lot for last night. We do still have manners, you know.
Of course. It's just all so different these days.
All right. Let's check if we have the answers for these two questions. So the first question is, how old do you think is Florence? And how old do you think is Ruth? Florence is like the younger person and Ruth is the older one. So how old do you think Florence is?
Maybe between 20 and 30.
Okay, we can say maybe Florence is between
20 and 30.
20 and 30. And Ruth?
Maybe 60, 80.
60 to 80?
Yes, probably.
Yes, probably. And what is the relationship between them?
Grandmother.
Grandmother. And granddaughter. Granddaughter. Very good. Now, for the second question. So, for excerpt number letter A, so the first excerpt, what was the question? What was the topic?
Number 3. A friend invites
Mhm.
me to her house for evening together with.
Mhm. They are talking about being late or being on time. So for letter A, they are talking about question number 3. For excerpt B, they talk about shaking hands or kissing.
Question 1.
For excerpt B is question number 1. While you are out, when you meet the friend, what do you do? For excerpt C, they talk about
It's number 5. Number 5.
number 5, yes, about the date. A man and a woman go out on a date. What should happen? So yes, for C, they are talking about number 5. All right. And for letter D,
7.
they talk about cell phone.
Number 2, Miss.
Number 6.
Number 2, they talk about the cell phone to turn it off, put it in silence mode, all of this. Sorry. All right, so it's for D, it's number 2. And for letter E, the last one, they talk about handwritten notes or Facebook messages. It is
7.
number 8. After dinner or a party, what should you do después de la fiesta o de la cena? ¿Qué debes hacer? Say thank you as you leave. Send a text or an email to say thank you. Post a message on your friend's social networking site and say thank you. Or send a handwritten letter or card to say thank you. All right. So pay attention, guys. We're going to listen one more time, and I want you to think, to take some notes about Florence and Ruth's answers. Why? Because then after that, you're going to work in groups and discuss, okay? So, and then you are going to write in the presentation as we usually do. So you're going to discuss which of Florence and Ruth's answers do you particularly agree or disagree with. Choose at least 2, ¿ok? Entonces vamos a escuchar nuevamente para que ustedes puedan después discutir y decidir 2 respuestas de Florence o de Ruth con las que ustedes particularmente están en acuerdo o en desacuerdo. Entonces, eligen una en la que están particularmente de acuerdo y otra en la que están en total desacuerdo, ¿ok? De las opiniones de ellas. And then, yes?
Perdón.
Tranquila.
¿Una para cada persona o para el grupo?
En su grupo. Ustedes lo discuten y lo redactan en el grupo, ¿ok? Well, so we are going to listen again, and then you're going to also discuss the other questions. Are the differences in manners between generations in your country? Diferencias en los modales en generaciones en nuestro país? And give some examples, okay? And number 3, has the way that men and women treat each other in social situations changed in the last 30 years? Según o para ustedes, ¿ha cambiado la manera en que los hombres y mujeres se tratan a unos a otros en situaciones sociales en los últimos 20 o 30 años? Okay, yes or no? Okay, so let's listen one more time. It's 4 minutes. Take some notes, write the main ideas, and then we go to the discussion part in your groups. Okay?
Unit 8, Recording 5. A.
Now, I must say, I hate people being late. I always try to arrive exactly on time myself. I think it's very rude to be late. Don't you, Florence?
My friends are quite often late. Personally, I think you should arrive within an hour of the time that you were invited. But some of my friends are much later than that. But I think the most important thing is to stay in touch and let the person know if you're going to be late. Just send a text or whatever. Then it's not such a problem, hopefully.
Well, I must say it's a problem for me.
I'll bear that in mind when I'm meeting you next time, Gran. I'll make sure I'm not late. I don't want to get into trouble.
B.
When we meet, we generally hug each other. I mean, it depends. If it's one of my close female friends, then we kiss each other. But if it's someone you don't know so well, but someone who's still, a friend, you hug each other.
Boys too?
Sure, why not?
When I was young, people would just say hello or shake hands if they hadn't seen each other for a long time. But now there's a lot more kissing, it seems to me. Most people kiss each other on the cheek. Once, usually. Though some people kiss on both cheeks. It's all a bit confusing, really. Of course, men of my age never kiss each other. If anything, they shake hands. They would definitely never hug or kiss each other. I can't imagine your grandpa kissing his friends.
C.
I think on the first date, the guy pays, generally speaking. But I think the woman should definitely offer to pay. After that, it kind of depends who's got the most money, don't you think? I mean, if you're both poor students, you probably share the bill. But if one person's got a job and the other one hasn't, then I think the person with money should pay. Or at least they should pay more often.
In my day, the man always paid. People expected it. A man would be embarrassed if he didn't pay in a restaurant. But then, of course, it's a very long time since I've been on a date. So what do I know?
D.
Now, this is something I must say I feel very strongly about. To me, it's the height of rudeness to have a conversation on your mobile phone while you're out with other people. It's just bad manners. You should give all your attention to the people you are with. I think you should definitely switch your mobile phone off. But of course, I'm probably old-fashioned.
Personally, if I'm with other people in a restaurant or something, I always switch my phone to vibrate. Otherwise, you have phones ringing all night, and it's really annoying. But yeah, I answer my calls and answer my text messages, well, discreetly.
Do you? Oh.
I mean, I do agree with you in a way. I've got one or two friends who just text all evening long, and we all tease them about how boring they are. But I don't think anyone's seriously offended, really. It's just the way it is these days, Gran.
E.
Well, of course, I was always taught that you should send a handwritten note, and you should send it the very next day. But I suppose that's all very old-fashioned now.
Not many people of my age send handwritten notes, I must say. But I would always post something on someone's Facebook wall. Thanks a lot for last night. We do still have manners,
Of course. It's just all so different these days.
All right, guys, you listen to the ideas one more time. So now I'm going to create the groups. Let me send you the link so you can work in the presentation. Give me just a moment. Okay, just a second. All right, guys, this is the link for the activity. Let's see. So you are going to discuss the 3 questions. The first one is, which of Florence and Ruth's answer do you particularly agree and disagree with? So one that you particularly agree, another that you particularly disagree with. Then second question, the differences in manners between generations in the country. So before your parents or grandparents, what manners did they have compared to you? And the last, has the way that men and women treat each other in social situations changed in the last 30 years? All right, so you can discuss. You will have around 15 minutes to work on this, okay? And this activity will be graded as a whole for the 40% of the final grade. Okay, any questions before we begin?
No, teacher.
No,
All right,
teacher.
excellent. So remember always, sala 1, diapositiva 1, sala 2, diapositiva 2, okay? Let's create the groups. One moment, please. Okay, just a moment. Okay, you can go to your groups right now and start working.
Hi, teacher.
Hello, teacher.
Hello.
Which of Florence and Ruth answers? Okay. For example, in the first situation, when they are talking about the stay on time in a place,
Yes.
I agree we arrive exactly at exactly the time that I was invited.
I agree, same.
But
I don't remember if Ruth is the old woman or Florence.
I don't remember too.
Which
Mm,
answers we choose agree, disagree.
I agree with Ruth about who should pay. Sorry, with Ruth, no, with Florence.
Florence, about what?
Who should pay? The question, it says, a man and woman go out on a date to a restaurant. What should happen? So it's about who pays. So I agree with Ruth.
Ruth.
Yes, I agree.
Sorry,
Yes,
with Ruth, no, with Florence.
Florence. Florence.
Yes, because she says that normally who goes out, who invites is the one who pays. But if both of them are students and don't have much money, maybe they should share the bill, or maybe there is someone who is working and somebody who is not. So the one who is working should pay, or maybe somebody can offer to pay half and half. So that's why I agree with Florence.
Yes, I agree. I agree too with Florence. Okay, right. We write in the slides that
that only happens if you plan like a surprise for the women and you don't tell her where do you take her. But for the general, you have to tell her or ask her to where where does she want to go? Where does she want to go? I think.
But Hamilton is agree with should share the bill, right? Or another one.
I understand that Hamilton
Podemos elegir esa o otra.
Yes.
O, sí, listo. Vale, ahora pensemos en con la que no estamos de acuerdo. Entonces, I disagree with, no me acuerdo, ¿cuál era? No sé, Santiago, pues.
No, but I think we only have to choose one.
No, one agree
Yes,
and one disagree.
Oh,
okay.
Okay. One disagree.
Men es hombre, ¿no?
Es que ahí diría algo como about that men's, o sea, ahí diría como esos hombres, ¿sí? Pero deberíamos decir about that man o that
Pues,
person, ¿no?
espera. Teacher,
Yes, hello.
teacher, it's okay say we disagree with Rod's answers about that men have to pay the bill.
Yes.
Men?
Yes, but take into account that Florence says that men should pay the first date, but women should offer to pay. That is what she says, Florence. So if you disagree with that.
Okay, teacher. About a man of about always has to pay the bill because
Hi, teacher.
Hi, teacher.
Hello.
Number would say if one of the
Whether on the root say with the main he a moment.
because she said
The main always paid the rent. Always paid.
she said that she can imagine her grandpa kissing his friend.
Okay. Yes.
Or what do you say?
I say the five.
I mean, you are quickly.
Hello.
Hello, Miss. I have a question. How do you say machismo in English?
In English is the word is sexism. No
¿Sexismo?
existe exactamente
sexismo
como el
o algo así?
machismo, sino sexismo. Sexism.
Sexismo.
This is the word.
Sí, para decir como que antes había como un poquito de machismo, pero también había cartas y flores. Ahora no mucho, pero...
Yes.
Thank you, Miss.
Are you almost finished?
Yes, Miss.
All right, perfect. No problem.
Couple of minutes.
Okay.
¿Cómo se dice saluda? How to someone close. With Florence and where decir como en esa we are agree with Florence answer about to no sé cómo decirlo.
What do you need to do? Tell me.
We need we are agree with the Florence answer when she talked about that it depends how do you say saludar? Say
hello, say hello or greet.
Can you repeat the last one, teacher, please?
Greet.
Greet is better. Is the way that we greet to other if it's close or is only a conocidos acquaintance.
I'm writing on the chat.
Okay.
You can copy and paste it.
Okay. How to greet people. Okay, that's that we want to say.
Okay.
I know.
No, guys. Hello. Did you finish? Did you have enough time to finish?
Yes,
Or
teacher. We
Teacher.
finished.
Yes. Okay. Let's check. I see some groups finished. Others are still finishing. All right. For example, Catherine and Chiara finished. And the others, well, guys, you can use this time until 10 or maybe tomorrow morning if you have enough time. I will check this activity, I think after noon. Okay, so at 1 or 2 p.m. I will check this activity. So please try to finish it before that time. I will check and give you some feedback and make some comments in the activity, okay? So I will check it around 1 or 2 p.m. tomorrow. Okay, guys. Thank you everyone for participating. Good job. I will see you tomorrow, okay?
Bye.
Bye. Have a good
Bye.
night.
Bye, everyone.
Teacher.
Good night. Bye.